Oh, Canada, our home has something
Fuck this shit. I need an anthem with some balls.
Sit down and shut up! Welcome to America. 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 Welcome to America.
Jesus Christ, dude. Fucking learn how to handle your weed. Are we gonna have to
Say
take
something.
Are we gonna have to take you to the goddamn hospital or something? Are you okay?
If I go to the hospital and I have a fever, I get 2 weeks off of work and paid. I'm incentivized to do that.
Well, that was
Paid vacation.
I've never seen somebody fucking hack up. Well, you know those guys who used to fucking. My place used to be the place to smoke weed when I was younger, and I had so many people who would come over and like act all like, oh yeah, smoke weed all the fucking time. That's what I do. I wake up, I wake and bake, as they say, and then he comes over, takes one bong hits, puking on my ground, and needs to go to the hospital. That guy happens.
Yeah.
That guy is out there a lot, and that's crazy. I thought we were all over that.
Dude, I know a guy that came and ripped a dab at my buddy's house when he was making dabs. And this dude comes in, he rips the dab, and he literally like flinches up, he starts coughing super hard, flinches up like this, and just runs to the bathroom and he shit his pants.
Shit his
From
pants.
coughing. From coughing.
Shit his pants.
Like, I guess he already had to shit or something, and I don't know, it just fucked him up, dude. He literally, dude, I'm telling you, I promise that he squinched up and ran.
It's not a figure of speech. He literally like is shitting. He had to
his
shit
pants.
because he
He ran
coughed.
to the
So much.
bathroom because he shit himself.
Fuck.
That's
man.
a hard cough.
That
Well,
is-
I mean, if you already have to shit, that's a wrap. Especially if it's like, I'm sure we were all just eating like McDonald's or something terrible.
Why do I feel like coughing clenches your sphincter? Like, why do I feel like I'd be able to hold it in a little bit better?
It's clenched for like half a second and then it's loose.
Oh, it tightens and then
So
extra.
you're like,
loosens.
yeah, you're like fucking breaking the integrity, and then you're like, I don't know, moving everything around in there, dude.
That's true. Yeah,
Right?
if I could choose to not cough while I had to shit, I guess I would go in the
don't
favor
do that.
of
It's not good for your fucking. I got an inguinal hernia doing shit like that.
Is that a thing? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, no, I do.
What is
I'm
that?
shitting.
From shitting?
Like pushing while you shit.
You got a hernia?
I don't tell anybody about it because nobody feels bad about a dude who hurt himself shitting. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a fucking fabulous tale. But yeah, if you just you sit down and you just are pushing out like a greasy shit too hard, like you didn't eat fast food in a while, and then you ate a bunch of greasy shit,
All right. Well,
and you're pushing that shit out, you can actually tear a thing in your stomach, and then pieces of tissue will fall down in your nutsack.
okay, I hate to do this to everybody. You need to now run me through. You wake up in the morning, you had to take a shit, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, it's not really a thing you remember. It's not like it's just like a sharp pain happens in your stomach, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? And then I went up to smoke a cigarette, and I was just like, oh my god.
Like
I
while
felt
you
kind of nauseous, and I had to lay down. And then from that point on, it was just like weird pain if you use those muscles.
Really? So if you flex your stomach, your lower stomach or something, it was just a pain. So, yeah, my dad had a hernia before, and
It's a different kind. There's different kinds of hernias. Some of them are like you tear this lining in your abdomen, and that's like where you got to get like the patch in there. You have to get it all fixed up either way. But mine is more connected to my balls than connected to my stomach, where normal hernias are abdominal hernias.
oh my god, you got a pussy
From like
sphincter.
lifting shit, you know what I'm saying? Like if you lift something up that's too heavy and you get a hernia, that's usually an abdominal one, a different kind.
Really? Okay. Wow, man. You know what? We learn a lot here today. I didn't realize that this was going to be an educational show today, but I didn't even know you could shit yourself into a hernia or cough yourself into a shit. And now,
Yeah, dude. You don't know another fun fact. My friend Travis got into an accident. A guy rear-ended him, and it fucked up his back. And then he like his whole lower half of his lower half went numb basically around his ass and his lower back. So half of his ass was literally numb, and he said he would shit like half moons, like fucking, and they would come out sideways and like curve out because one half wasn't working.
what?
True story, dude.
He
Yeah, one
pa-
half of his butthole didn't work.
he paralyzed half of his butthole.
Half of his whole side or whatever, but half the butthole didn't work too. It's a true story, dude.
I feel like the more you say it's a true story, the less I believe it.
I mean, it's true.
That's all right. Well, I guess our first guest when we finally get one is going to be the moon shitting guy because that's the guy I want to talk about.
Yeah. When you said everybody smoked weed at your house, was that like at your parents' house, or did you have your own spot?
Like I kind of had my own place earlier. Like my mom had a house, and then she had she bought a place with a basement apartment. The guy moved into it, and then I kind of started paying rent down there pretty early. So I took that over, and then it was just free range to come over and do that. But even before that, I was still kind of the spot because I was always smoking weed. I started kind of young, but it was
Your folks didn't have a problem with that?
yeah, they did, but I don't know. It was a weird battle. Like my dad was clearly on the fence of like whatever. Like once I was actually doing it, it was 15, 16. I guess that's not early, but I think I tried it when I was like 13. I think I tried. I didn't like it, and I stopped. I was like, this was terrible. I had some bad influence friends, but we smoked out of like a water bottle and I don't even feel like I actually inhaled it. Like I think I just did the whole mouth thing and just let the smoke out to feel cool. But I remember just trying to think like, am I high? And that's when you know you didn't get high. Well, you know, if you're ever just going like, am I high? Is this high? Is this what high is? No, you're not high. You didn't get high. You didn't do it right. That's not high. You weren't high. You were like, well, I felt a little bit nice. Like, no, you weren't high. Being high, you can tell. You know you're high. And I didn't actually get high until I was probably like 15 or 16. But from then on, it was just downhill spiral to doing it. I had stashes all over my room and other places that I could just I was never without pretty much, and the area that the guy who sold me weed was like a street away from me, so I always fucking had it. So my dad smoked a ton of weed, and my mom didn't like at all. She was like against it, so it was like a weird middle of the road battle between them. Like my mom wanted to ban it entirely, and my dad was like, well, you know, and then he started smoking weed with me, and then it was over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So now you and Pops are just firing up.
Yeah. That's how it
Hell yeah, dude.
Yep.
That's it.
But
do you ever live with dudes besides your chick?
No, I pretty much lived by myself till I lived with my girlfriend, and then I was with her. Yeah.
Nice, dude. Dodged a bullet, bro.
I know, but like there was so many times, like I was the place to just like hang out and crash, and my place is like walking distance from the bars downtown, so people would just stumble their way over here, and that meant that I had lots of people just showing up here shit-faced in the middle of the night or just wanted to hang out because it's just like, yeah, I'm just going to like smoke some tokes and then head down to the bar again. That was my place, and I was fine with that. But what actually...
So you had the same shit. You have like, two people just started wrestling and now they're fighting and now one dude threw up in a fireplace. Like just dumb shit like that, and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah. Like I actually we had airsoft battles in my house. I'm fully on board with this because I'm a child too, so I was fully on board with this. But then my TV got broken. Like a BB shot the TV, and no one would admit to it. So we went down a long rabbit hole trying to figure out who broke my TV, and turns out it was my girlfriend, and she just didn't want to admit it.
Nice, dude. She was like, just beat up one of his friends and maybe he'll be over it.
It's kind of, I feel like that's what she was going to do. She was going to destroy a friendship and be like me accuse somebody who is just has no idea what's going on because she just decided to shoot the
when
TV.
She's the only person that has no consequence from doing that out of everyone.
She's
the only one that can just get away with it.
I know.
Everybody else has to suffer some kind of consequence. If it's her, you're like, oh, fuck, whatever.
In all honesty, if she came out and said it was me, I would think she was just trying to cover for whoever was doing it, like just being like, I'll just take the bullet, like fucking whatever, they can just leave and we'll get it. But no, it was her. She told me a while later after I was already over it and everything. But she was actually influenced to. I used to smoke a fuck ton of poppers, and like I don't know if you're aware of what poppers are. They're like. I feel like poppers were specifically Canadian for a while. When I talked to anyone in America, nobody knew what they were. They were like a thing up here for a long time, probably like 15 years ago, before even my reign in it, and maybe even more than that. But
my reign.
It would do. I was everybody knew that if you were going to be like, oh, like popper, whatever. If you want to go fucking popper with somebody, that's me. I will destroy you. It was gross.
What the fuck are we even talking about here?
You don't know what poppers are.
No, clearly nobody knows what
Ev-
poppers are. Nobody fucking listening that has anything to do with fucking America that
People
does not know what a popper is.
No, poppers migrated to.
That's a poor man.
I'm sure it's called something else, but when it was big, it was called fucking poppers, and it's like a metal shaft. So if you had like a metal bowl for your bong, the ones that have those screw-on bowls, they're like for like really cheap bongs. There's just like this metal shaft and a little screw-on metal bowl. You're not aware of those ones?
No, dude. I don't know what kind of shit your Canadian blacksmiths are making for you to smoke out of. We use glass here, dog.
Yeah, of course. But if you were buying like a cheap-ass plastic one that's like in a convenience store somewhere, there's ones that have these little screw-on metal bowls. Anyway, there's these
I've
metal...
never seen them screw on. I just thought they were in slides.
Sort of, but you probably never took them apart. That was the thing. Like if you took it apart, you would understand. But it's
I didn't smoke meth out of it, so I didn't take it all apart and put it back together.
No, but it's just the down stem part, and you would fill it with tobacco. You would rip a piece of a cigarette off. Oh, perfect! I found a fucking picture of it. Oh, I can't believe I actually found one.
Rip a piece of a cigarette.
Yeah,
off.
This guy's got exactly what you need to see in the picture. So this little piece here is the popper piece. You cram the little cigarette piece into this, and then you pack weed on top of it. And what would happen is that it would be so jammed in there that when you light it, it would be hard to pull. It'd be really tough. But then once it got a little bit burnt, it would pop, and it would shoot down into the stem, and it would shotgun into your face. All of the tobacco and weed just all at once, so quickly, just right into your face. It was like a shotgun of weed. And
wow, that is just a dumb fucking idea.
It was
shotgunning you're bong ripping a cigarette. That has got to be the most retarded thing I've ever heard of. I mean, that seems like something that they would.
That's exactly
they would do like in the streets of like in the fucking back alleys of India. There's some guy fucking bong ripping fucking cigarettes.
There's the
what
two.
The fuck,
there's the two, so you can see exactly what I mean. It's a cigarette right there that's pushed in. It's like you ripped the end of a cigarette off and then crammed it into this thing. And then somebody does this to it where they pack weed on top of it, and then that's your bowl. And those things were my life at a certain point. They were so good that you don't understand. It's like you smoke cigarettes, right? So you understand what having a cigarette after a joint feels like, right?
No, you don't bong rip a cigarette.
No,
that
you
sounds
don't.
Like it makes me want to throw up right now.
You don't. But what you do is it's like it gives you such a head rush spin. It's terrible. It's the reasons that I like it are awful.
Yeah, dude. Fucking ride a roller coaster, man. Like, what are we doing here?
No, I still...
chill out, dude. You know what I mean?
If that meteor
Put some fucking hot sauce on your sandwich or something. Live life a little crazy. I don't know, but you don't got to go doing all that.
No. If tomorrow I knew I was going to die, today I'd be smoking poppers again because they are that good.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
That is so...
I just know they're
regional.
It's so bad.
Is that anything beyond Canada?
Yes.
People doing that in America?
Yeah, it's not only very specific in Canada, it's specific to areas of Canada. You can go to like areas of Canada that have no fucking clue what you're talking about. They've never heard of it. But there's just like these metropolitan areas.
That smoke crack that would be like, that is gross.
Yeah, I agree.
They'll rip a crack rock out and they'll be like, no, I ain't ripping a cigarette out my damn crack pipe, you fucking retard. Give me the cigarette. I'm trying to smoke it and enjoy it.
Yeah, no.
Why? What is this? It's like you're taking all the fun out of the cigarette. You're not smoking it just to get a head rush.
It's way more fun. It is way more fun. I'm telling you.
And the head rush that you get after smoking a cigarette after hitting weed isn't fun. It's not like awesome. Oh shit, dude, cool. I'm like fucking about to fall over and I feel like I'm gonna throw up now. Oh, that's great. Head rush, dude. That's some dumb retard shit.
I don't know how to explain it, but it was so good. And the fact that it was so good. So I knew that they were terrible even when I was doing them. And I'm like, I got to stop this. I didn't even actually smoke cigarettes. I just smoked poppers and it was brutal. It was like...
Yeah, because that's a whole pack's worth.
No, it's not. It's not. Well, there were arguments on both sides of which one was worse. I remember like actually trying to like fucking find information to figure out which one was worse. And I remember finding studies that were not in my favor. That were like some kid who was like 20 who'd been smoking poppers for like 5 years got hit by a truck, and they did an autopsy on him, and his lungs were like an 80-year-old.
Good thing he got hit by a truck.
He was almost dead.
He could have gotten cancer.
No, he could have dodged the
no,
truck if he had some cardio.
Well, no, if he wouldn't have dodged the truck, he probably would have gotten lung cancer. So
It's true.
better
So
off just getting hit by a truck.
I guess that's
Good
true.
for him. Anyways, no, dude, poppers is definitely bad, and not only is it bad, it makes you look bad. Like, I remember my buddy Mike from Bass Scripters was like really into dabs for a while, and then we went to go play disc golf, and he decided to bring his dab rig. I think I told you about this, right? And he dab rigged in the park.
No. Yeah.
We were just sitting down at the park on a bench, and he just pulled out his dab rig and was like, we're bong ripping a dab with a blowtorch on a park bench.
Oh, that's supposed to sound
On a
bad to
disc
me.
golf
That sounds
course.
like a good afternoon to me.
No, that sounds like a terrible. That sounds like, how do we make just a nice day of going out, maybe smoking a little weed and playing some disc golf look like we're smoking hard drugs?
Well, fuck you.
People are going to be alarmed. No, anybody with a kid that might have walked by and seen two guys smoking a joint, that might have just been like, all right, whatever, it's just two guys smoking a joint, that's fine. They walk by and see that, they're like, nah, calling the cops on. I don't know what the fuck, a blowtorch? This guy's got a blowtorch.
I was at a party, like I guess it wasn't a party. It was just like my friend bought a house and he was just having like a house gathering. I think I've phased out of parties now. Like I only do like gatherings. Like it's like Christmas and shit. But no, he bought a new house and we were there, and I was smoking a dab in the garage, and somebody who doesn't really smoke weed at all showed up, and I was mid like heating the dab like while it was there. He walks in, and if you've not understand how like heating a dab, it looks like you're smoking crack. Like it looks like you're smoking crack. That's the only way to describe it. But I'm heating up the bowl or the banger, and then he just stands there and freezes and doesn't know what to do. And I didn't think it had anything to do with me because there was other people there, but he was staring, and I was like, okay. And I take a hit, and then his eyes like widen, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And then somebody was like, are you okay? And he's like, is he doing heroin? I'm like,
Well, it's funny because like not only do you have a crack pipe looking thing going here, you got a blowtorch, and you have a needle like object.
yeah, I know.
Like you got all the worst looking parts of drugs you can possibly imagine. Like, everything that's aesthetically terrifying about it is all going on right there in front of you, dude.
Yeah,
It's bad.
and that
you're
liquid.
like, no, it's just weed, bro. And they're like, dude, weed. That's the only thing that I'm like, man. There's something about weed that makes people want to go that hard on it because it's not necessary under any circumstances to
Nah,
even do dabs. It's really nobody needs to do that.
you're wrong.
But for some reason, people get hooked on it, and then it's like, I mean, dude, he was making dabs and losing money somehow. He was like, I don't know what's going on. It's like your tolerance goes through the roof, dude. Then you got to smoke like those giant long ones and shit that people do on Instagram, and you're like, bro, you just have nothing going on, dude. I really hope.
I haven't made it there.
All the
But
money you spent on that dab, dude. Oof.
see, there were. Do you know how it starts? I can tell you how it starts because the same thing happened for me smoking poppers. It starts as a way to conserve weed. I'm telling you.
This sounds like a thing you're telling in front of a fucking class of goddamn 8th graders or something on Dare Day.
At first it's cool, but I'm telling you, it gets worse. But no, it's what happens is you realize that you put such little weed into this popper compared to the bowl you would have smoked that you're actually saving weed. At first, that's how it happens. Then you start putting these monster tokes on top of it, and you start smoking more of them, and you have to start buying cigarettes, and it all starts to add up to the fact that you're not saving anything on anything. But
You know, people are breaking off bigger pieces of cigarette too.
that's exactly what I was doing. I probably got 4, maybe 5 tokes out of a cigarette. That's how big the pieces that I was cramming into these popper pieces. So like I only broke it into 5 pieces
Dude,
at most.
this is just, I'm telling you, man, anybody that I've known is appalled by this right now.
But
I have never seen or heard of anything like this, and if I would have seen it, I would have been baffled.
People were, and there were arguments. It was like Xbox, PlayStation. It was like the weed bowl smokers
Xbox,
versus the
PlayStation?
poppers. I'm telling you, and people were like, you guys are lame. You don't know what you're missing. Poppers are sweet." And be like, "You guys are lame." And then I watched people fucking switch. They'd switch sides and still argue. It was exactly the same thing.
Switch sides?
Yep.
Between what?
They'd stop smoking poppers and start smoking
Bong
bowls.
ripping cigarettes, or just not doing that?
Both.
I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
You don't understand. It might still be a phenomenon. Like I still have the tail end of people from my high school. Haven't been in high school for a while now. Fucking people are still addicted from my high school, and they're just going like, "Man, yeah, I'm trying to quit now. Like I'm gonna get to it." Like they fucking
Cigarettes or bong ripping them?
bong ripping.
Hey, bro, just smoke them.
That's not as good.
You
man.
don't have to put them in a fucking bong. Are you retarded? Sell your bong, you fucking idiot.
Imagine
What
if,
does that even mean? How can you be addicted to that? That's so retarded, dude. It's like me coming to you and be like, "Dude, I'm addicted to bong rips, bro."
you don't get
And
it.
you're like, "Dude, why don't you just smoke it out of a bowl?" And I'm like, "I can't. I can't go back to just smoking bowls of weed. That'll take all day, dude. What kind of fucking time do you think I have? I need to bong rip a cigarette real fast. Hang on."
No, you don't cough.
Sorry,
You never
sorry.
cough. I'm telling you, you do not cough. If you cough, you will die. You will
What is he
absolutely
like doing that
die.
shit on break at work? He
Yep.
just takes he has like a little water bong and he's like, "It's just tobacco, guys. I gotta bong rip my cigarette."
But you put weed on it. I'm telling you. It's like, have you ever smoked a blunt?
yes, dude.
It's
Everyone
tobacco.
smokes a
It's
blunt.
tobacco mixed with weed. It's the same kind of thing, but just intense
A blunt is just the wrap
of
is
tobacco.
You don't have the inside. You're not smoking the inside of the fucking cigar. That would be like taste like shit.
No, we're smoking tobacco. The tobacco from a cigarette. It's like if you
No, yeah. Listen, the wrap of the blunt wrap is not the same as the inside of what's in the original cigar.
You're
And That's
right.
what you're
It's-
smoking.
it's
You're
just a
smoking the
tobacco
inside
leaf.
of the cigarette.
Yes, I'm smoking the tobacco leaves from inside the cigarette. Well, you're smoking a tobacco leaf that's wrapped around a weed. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but you gotta. No, it's not, dude. Clearly, if that was the case, the outside would taste just like the inside, dude.
What, the paper?
Like the inside's a completely different product.
No, of course, yeah, that's a cigar. That's completely different. They are different. But a lot of them.
I'm just saying, what's inside of a cigarette is not the same kind of tobacco leaf. You realize what's in cigarettes, right?
Yes, no, of course, I get it. But what I'm saying, have you ever had somebody who smoked hash joints that only used tobacco in it? I've run into those guys where you run into those guys where they don't mix it with weed. They put hash in a joint and then put tobacco on top of it so it'll burn through. I've run into those guys.
You mean like Europeans?
Maybe I don't know. But I've met those guys who are like hash purists and they can't mix their shitty weed with the fucking hash that they have, so they do that.
Yeah, but they don't bong rip that. Nobody packs tobacco and mixes that into their bong rip, dude. You're missing the whole point, dude. Yeah, smoke joints, smoke whatever you want, smoke a fucking cigarette. Nobody's putting tobacco in a bong.
That's
step what's hilarious about going to a head shop and them being like, "Just say it's for tobacco," when you buy this giant fucking double chambered fucking percolator 5,000 bong. And then they're like, "Yeah, you're smoking tobacco, right?" You're like,
I
"Yeah,
am.
sure, dude."
Absolutely, I am.
How about here? Let me grab some tobacco. Cool. I want to. All right, then here we go.
I can't
Ryan,
do it.
Challenge.
Nope. I cannot.
I
do
want
it.
to see you
no,
bong
no,
rip
no,
some
no.
tobacco. Nope.
I can't.
Yep,
I can't.
you're bong ripping tobacco.
No, I cannot do
Why
it.
not? Why can't you?
First of
it'll
all,
make you throw up because it's fucking disgusting.
Yes, I would, because I don't have my tolerance anymore. The first one that you ever take is
You're
horrible.
tolerant?
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. It's like,
No shit, it's horrible, dude.
yes, it is, because you're not ready for it. If you were ready for it, you would know. I actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, because I know what the feeling's
sounds
going to
like
be
a guy that smokes crack. You're like, "Dude, the first one's crazy. You're not ready for it, but after that, it's great. Trust me, my tolerance isn't up, man. I can't just hit that much right now. My heart will fucking explode. Okay, Jesus Christ. Let me start small, man. Let me take a little hit. You got any small rocks? Hey, man, you got any fucking fish scale? I'll hit some of that."
Yes, that is kind of the way. You'd have to put a really light amount. I could, but my issue isn't whether or not I could do it. I could absolutely do it. It might make me. We used to call them crucifix poppers, and we called them crucifix poppers because they make you lay back and you can't function for a while and you're just paralyzed for a bit. But that's not my point. My point
It's
is,
like, yeah, you're like, "Just Jesus take the wheel from here.
yep.
I'm
And
popping my way to see Jesus, baby." Oh my God, if my kid died hitting a popper, I'd be like, fucking whatever. That was not worth the next fucking 4 years of payments on whatever the fuck he wants to do. Whatever bad ideas he's going to have that I need to invest in later. Fuck that. Thank God, dude. He just no. My kid died of poppers. I'm not even sad. This kid's a fucking idiot. Can you believe that? Poppers. I wish he died of heroin.
Like an
Then I
adult.
would feel bad. Then I could feel something. But no, he died of. He bong ripped a cigarette to death. Guess what? Nobody gives a fuck, dude. He bong. Little Jimmy. It's in the paper. He bong ripped a cigarette to death, and nobody showed up at his funeral. Wah wah. They left a fucking. They left a fucking broken off tip of a Marlboro in there and fucking sent him off.
You know what? You
Send
don't
him off to the afterlife.
actually smoke the tip because we learned that they dip those in formaldehyde to get them to light better. So we used to rip the tip off because we wanted to be healthy. You gotta understand, we don't want to smoke that bit. So you use the healthier bit of the cigarette.
Oh, dude, got you.
So we're good now, right?
You know, after a while, you were like, I just want to see what that formaldehyde.
Oh yeah, I did. I absolutely. When I ran out, that.
Of course you did, because that is the dumbest thing ever. Dude, I'm surprised you pulled all this off, man. Seriously. This is fucking crazy, dude.
But it's so my issue would not be smoking it. If you gave me one right now, I could do it. My issue would be tomorrow, I'm going to want to do it again.
Wow, dude. That is crack.
It
You
is.
described everything you're saying, dude. It's really weird how it's crack-like.
It's
This whole thing is sounding right now.
extremely crack-like. I'm telling you, you cannot touch it. It goes further. When my girlfriend started dating me, she didn't smoke poppers. She did not at all.
Oh, dude.
And I explicitly told her to not start smoking them. And I said, you don't
Oh my
fucking
God, dude.
touch these. You do not. But the shitheads who fucking come over to my house that were my friends were just like, man, just try it. Just try it a couple of times. 'Cause it's good, I'm telling you. And then all of a sudden, she just got way more addicted than me. And I was like, you fucking did this to yourself. Then I quit and she couldn't quit. And she told me, to the point, like, it never got this bad for me, but she would fucking, yeah, I'm not making a good case for myself, but I'm being honest. She would smoke them and then get nauseous because obviously bong ripping a cigarette is the healthiest of things you could do when you wake up in the morning. And she would puke because it would make her spin out so hard. And then she'd smoke another one and then go to bed.
This sounds like the worst episode of Intervention I've ever watched. Like, what the fuck is going on? Have they run out of shit? This has to be paid actors. Nobody is smoking cigarettes in a bong and, like, is addicted to it. Like, what the fuck is going on? This doesn't make any sense. It would be like watching Tiger King, and you're like, this has to be scripted. This is fucking retarded, dude. These people are not addicted to hitting cigarettes out of a bong. You can just smoke the cigarette, guys. Everybody realizes that, right?
If Netflix wants to pitch Popper King to me, I will do it because it's a reality that I lived and I have some
No,
footage.
it's called The Prince of the Popper. Thank you. I produce these things. Okay, trust me. I'm a big entertainment guy. I have my hands in a lot of this stuff. I'm an entrepreneur. I have
Truck nuts
multiple
for hats.
businesses going right now. They're all nuts or balls or ball related. Listen, this is the Prince and the Pop. The Prince is the Popper. The Prince and the Poppers.
Oh, I
What do
like
you
that.
think?
Prince and the Poppers. That's nice. But I have
The Prince and the Poppers.
I have a video of a guy where he wanted to try and do a whole cigarette out of a popper, and he crammed it into the popper piece, and it stuck out so far from the end of it that it was basically like he had a holster for the cigarette, for the bong. He put
Bro,
it in
give me
there.
a video right now.
I have it somewhere. I have to go. It's going to be
No,
filmed
give
on
me
a
a video
potato.
of someone doing a popper. There's got to be one online.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. I
Feed
can
me.
do that. I can do that. But
Feed me this.
why is it so hard for you to understand? But no, okay, so he has this thing, and it's like a Cruella de Vil device that he stuck into a popper piece, but he was like, I don't want to just smoke that, so he put like a tiny little bit of weed on top of, just balanced it on top of the cigarette, and then lit it, and just kept sucking, just like...
Nice. If y'all have to get the video just to see what he just did there. That it was wow. I want to get that looped on as a GIF
Well, that's
and
what
just put a dick in his hand. And just put a dick in his hand and just let it fucking jump, like let it squirt and come whenever he does that thing when he's like pulling the bong.
if you
Dude,
think that hasn't
That
been
would be the
done
best
already.
GIF ever. That would look like a dick was jizzing in your face and you were jumping back.
Do you know how much gay porn's been photoshopped out of the show already? Like it's over. I'm sure that's already done. But look, this
Yeah,
is
sure,
the,
it's Photoshop.
this is the
but-
Yeah. So that's a popper. It's not a very good footage because anybody who's still doing this at this point can barely afford rent. But yeah, that's exactly how it goes. It burns. Oh, and if it doesn't pop, that's the worst experience
Oh
ever.
my god, dude, that is like.
Ooh, this is a bad one. I would not want this. I
Dude,
would have
he's,
had
like,
mine
hitting it
pop already.
yellow,
Oh, it
dude.
didn't pop. It didn't pop properly. That was an awful one. Yeah.
Oh.
And he'll be fine. He won't cough. You don't cough from these. They're smooth as hell. They are so
And so
smooth.
the other thing that makes it so fucking retarded, dude, is that you got to do that like every 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If not more.
Oh my god. Dude.
Yeah. It's nasty. They're bad. They're so bad, and they make your bong disgusting. My bong that I still love has not recovered from this. Like there's still spots that I can't get out of my beautiful roar because of that, and they were. It's a nightmare. I don't want to go back. I would totally give you a demonstration of doing it, but I can't. If I know anybody who does it, I'll tell them to come on over here and smoke it because they're bad. I'm trying to look up more facts.
This is. I don't even know how to fucking. That's so much, dude. That's literally one of the craziest things I've ever heard, dude. Is bong ripping a cigarette. It just doesn't make any sense.
And how
nobody's ever
casual
done
that
it.
was?
I didn't think anybody would ever have done that. That always just seemed like something that you would play as a joke on somebody.
Nope.
Like, hey, dude, rip this cigarette. No, dude, everybody's doing it, man. Rip a cigarette out of the bong, dude. It's the shit. And then you get somebody to do it and watch them throw up, and then you fucking, laugh at him because he's new.
The ratio of popper smokers to non-popper smokers at my high school was probably 70-30. Like
Popper smokers?
yes, people who enjoyed ripping.
You went to a fucking trash high school.
I did. I was a wholesome Catholic school. It was one of the better ones in my area, at least.
Trash.
Damn sure it was. But if you went to one of the shittier schools, it was probably like 90% who smoked poppers. Like you were hard pressed to find anyone who just smoked weed bowls. It was shocking.
Yeah, they had an excuse. You're just a fucking idiot, dude. All you guys smoking poppers at Catholic school are the dumbest trash motherfuckers of all, because y'all are the ones that literally have every fucking. You can go to goddamn soccer practice. You can pay to go to fucking what's it called, lacrosse, if you want to. But you know what? Those other kids have nothing else to do, man. They're just doing drugs and poppers all day. Good for them, dude. Do some poppers, get a job doing construction, and fucking just hammer it out, kid. But you guys, what the fuck? Trust fund kids doing just bong ripping cigarettes. I mean, there's no, like I said, dude. If I was your dad and you died bong ripping cigarettes, I'd be like, man, well, he definitely wasn't going to take over the family business. Jesus fucking Christ.
No, yeah. Trying to explain that to my parents was tough too. Like trying to explain what this was, because it was like it's definitely a generational thing. It happened like somewhere around 15 to 20 years ago that this got huge. And
you know that fat kid in India, that little fat baby kid that smokes cigarettes all day?
oh yeah, that baller. That? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, remember? I mean, he thinks you're fucking gross.
No, he does not.
Even he's like, what the fuck,
that
y'all?
Is
Y'all
not
suck.
true.
He's sitting there like, that's some dumb shit.
That is 100% not true. That guy thinks I'm a fucking big dick baller. Holy shit! Fucking think the girlfriend might be home. Either Mad Max has officially started, or my girlfriend's home. One or the other. I can't tell.
Sounds like somebody put two shitty dogs in a washing machine or a dryer or something. They're just banging around in there.
Yeah, any adversity in their life, that's exactly what happens. But it's almost like they think they're in a simulation or something, because I went through some stuff a little while ago. I don't know.
It's a terrible segue.
It was a beautiful, dude. That was beautifully done. If you didn't,
she went there right there. I love it.
If you didn't,
I was like, oh, wait a minute, where's it going with this?
If you didn't fucking point that out, no one even knows. I glided that in. It was a beautiful.
No, everybody's gonna stop listening for a second and be like, that was a segue, huh? Very obvious segue.
It 100% was not. It was just I am. You can call me Sully Sullenberger because I fucking stuck that goddamn landing. So it was. We were talking about the simulation a little while ago, and I don't know if it's Google that does this to me, or that when we talk about things, that things just pop up on the internet for me. But then I got recommended on multiple platforms these like simulations caught on camera kind of thing, And I went through some of them, and most of them were stupid as fuck. Most of them were just like, really? Like, why is this in here? Like, fucking some person just kind of twitched for a little bit, and that's all of a sudden the simulation. But some of them, I don't know how to explain it. So I thought maybe you could explain the simulation to me, because I'm lost.
Oh, well, I'm actually a part of a whole group right now that I'm starting up here. I want to get you involved in it. We talk about this. It's really funny you brought that up.
You're part. Are you finally admitting that you are part of the simulation?
Oh, I'm a simulationist.
All right. Well,
No, I'll explain it later. We're actually going to have a website up soon. Go ahead.
Well, you can go through it as much as you want. I don't know how much I have here. There's only a couple of videos, but this is a bird that's stuck. It's like I think it was called Bird Hit the End of the Map, because obviously there is a map and there would be like a flat Earth kind of thing, and this bird found it. And if I was the person filming it, I would have walked over to it. To me, it looks like nothing. You know what I mean? It looks like it looks like photoshopped.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this
If you
one.
want me to explain it?
No,
If you want me to explain it though, it looks like somebody's got like a fishing string just wrapped around his neck, and he's just holding it just out of frame. Not
Yeah,
letting
it's a
it fly
dead.
away.
It's like a dead bird on a string, but the head is what gets me. When I was watching this, why is the head like? If it was like a puppeteer, how is it mounted there? It doesn't move.
That's what makes more sense then if it's mounted there. I mean, think about those things that they can do, like where they are walking on something and you can't see it because it's like plexiglass and it's clear.
Yeah.
And so if he's holding a sideways piece of plexiglass, or even just a thin rod, he could hold that there suspended, and then he could just marionette the other shit on top, dude.
That's true. This one went around the internet a couple of weeks ago. I saw this one before. So it's a basketball team, and when they fucking start their play, it's straight out of like NBA. Like, look at how in sync all those players are when they take off. It's so unbelievably in sync that was a glitch. That was a glitch? Yeah, the processor that is running the simulation couldn't run at full capacity these guys individually, so they just duplicated a guy for a little while, and then it caught back up. Look at how that's crazy in sync. Look at it. They all use the same leg and everything.
It's hard to see what's going on. It's kind of choppy.
All the I guess it's the
guys in the background. Yeah, it looks like they're just all reacting at the same time to the ball.
Yeah, of course. But the
what are they supposed to use? The other fucking leg?
I don't know. It seems crazy that they're all perfectly in sync.
Pivoting
all right.
on the same thing at the same time?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, right? The ball just landed there. They're all watching the ball.
All right, fucking you. Okay, I guess this isn't the simulation.
You told me to explain it, right? So I'm disproving all these. This is the simulation.
Absolutely. Those were stupid.
It's not real until I say it's real, which is going to be at the next segment.
Prove this one. Explain this one to me.
See.
Focus on the guy's book in his hand, okay?
Okay.
So he's got a red book. He's just walking past the car. All of a sudden, that is definitely a green book now. That is 100% a green book.
Okay, that is.
He starts.
Retarded, dude.
He's with a red book. He's got a red book. Walk past.
Dude,
you can see the red book in the window. Green. Now it's green.
It's real.
What's real?
I think you gave it a little flip and it was red on the other side. No, dude, look at the whole red thing.
You can see the front cover and everything. Green. The whole thing is green. The whole thing is red.
Holy shit, dude.
Explain it. Go ahead.
Hang on.
If that's not the fucking simulation, what
is? Give me one more time.
One more time. All right. I'll go all the way back. So he's walking out. Apparently, this is like a health minister. This wasn't anything. This is just like.
Okay, go back to the light, the backlight of the car.
Right here.
Does that look like it could be chroma keyed a little bit? Because I think he chroma keys green or red and changes it to a different color and then undoes it there. Because it looks like that's like a.
I can't. No, I think it's just
kind of blockier than the rest.
I think it's just filmed on 144p or some shit like that.
The simulation is real, dude. I mean, this is
that
it.
one.
I guess you're proving it true. Go ahead, keep it going.
That is unbelievable. He doesn't flip it. He doesn't do anything. He's got no other book. He's got no bag. He's got nowhere that he could have drawn.
He's got nothing, dude. I saw his eyes actually flashed like a lizard eyes for a second.
Is there a guy behind there that did he trade off with the guy there somehow? He doesn't. Nobody has anything. Nothing changes. He doesn't shuffle. It's a goddamn magic trick, if anything. Like, that is insane.
Why are they even filming that guy? That's the question.
This one has been around. He's, I think I looked it up. He's like a health minister, and he was coming out of somewhere where they just passed a bill or something like that. And
It looks like fucking the lead singer AC/DC.
this does look like the AC/DC. This is in Russia. This is a drunk man in Russia standing in the street next to a guy with an accordion. And this one has been around a lot. I'm sure lots of people have seen this one. And I've watched it a billion times and cannot explain where this man appears from. Oh, hey, where'd you come from, Mr. Biker Man?
Just standing behind him.
What? The whole bike?
He's just out of frame.
That whole
the
bike?
The bike was facing the other way. You can see he's clearly turning. He turns out to the left. Well, that one's easy.
He is so
Man, you're
perfect.
fucking up the whole simulation for everybody here, dude. This is not the simulation.
That guy
dude.
just appeared out of nowhere. Come on.
You can't know anything about simulation. Your brain's prevented right now, dude. You need to become a simulationist in order to find out.
Okay, explain
truth.
this. You see this? There's a man. He walks past the mirror. You see this man right here in the sweater.
Yeah.
He's gonna walk past this mirror in between the lady that's sitting down and the wall there. You'll see him come by, and another man will pass by. He's clearly in the reflection. Everything's clearly visible. Then this guy appears in black, and he's definitely a vampire because when he walks by, there is zero reflection. There's no reflection whatsoever. And if that's fucking chroma keyed out, that's impossible. Like, that would have took hours and hours of trying to do that with no glitches or anything in it. You can see clearly this guy.
He's a vampire. I mean, vampires are real.
What? Vampires are part of the simulation?
I mean, yeah, dude, they've been around here. What are you talking about?
I don't know. That one
No, you're
freaked
just
me out.
wilding, dude.
That one freaked me out. I
Looks
was
more
like,
like a mannequin came to life.
a little bit. Yeah, mannequins.
Anybody that dresses like that is doing a fucking trick, dude. Okay, I don't believe this for one second. Look at
There's
this guy.
no reflection. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's doing a magic trick. Okay.
All right.
It's like he gave it away in his own video. He's like, I'm going to stage this video, but I'm also going to dress like a douchey magic guy.
That one confuses me. Do you see the dog? Can you see the dog there? It's filmed. This is filmed
Dude,
on a potato
this
too.
Stinks. Get it out of here.
What do you mean?
None of these are real.
Yeah, okay.
None of these are real.
What do you mean? What?
None of these are real.
What
dude.
are they? You can't explain any of them. You got
This is
lost.
simulation, but this is all done with photo editing. I mean, you can make Donald Trump fucking look like he's sucking Barack Obama's cock at this point. in the
No,
world,
you
right?
can't.
Listen, if you want to talk about the simulation, dude, you need to get in on a little thing with me, all right? Now, do you want to talk about this to the public, or do you want to turn this off for a second and go to my own private Epstein Island and talk about this?
Well, obviously, I want to go to Epstein Island, but
All right.
we don't have much of a show if you don't talk about stuff.
No. No. Computer not mute. Okay, it's muted.
Okay,
Right.
we're good. Yeah, no, I'm not recording anymore.
All right, listen. I'm trying to create a cult.
A cult?
Yeah,
That's not good.
I need a couple people to help me out. I need like 5 or 6 people to help me out.
That seems like the basis of a cult.
Yeah, well, I need to have the 6 heads of the snake is better than 1 head, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to create the simulationists, and I want to get on the internet, and I want to start posting things, create an online presence, create little groups on different social medias, and basically start pushing the idea that Elon Musk, when he gets the chip and he gets ready to put it in our heads, right? He said 5 years on Joe Rogan's podcast, maybe 10.
Okay.
We think it's going to be 10 years, right? And when he does that, that is going to be the thing that breaks the mental wall that prevents us from being able to perceive the simulation. That's what the chip really does.
Oh, so
The chip doesn't connect you. The Neuralink is it's what breaks down the barrier between you and interacting with the inner workings of the simulation.
I've heard this take before. You're not the first to come up with this.
No. We're all at that point going to disappear.
And it's just going to be what, Elon Musk and Joe Rogan?
As soon as he puts the thing in you, you disappear.
I don't understand
And
where
what
you're going
remains
with
of
this.
you, no, what remains here is just the NPC version, dude.
So he's all glitchy and doesn't know how to respond properly? Like he's kind of you, but he just kind of glitches out every once in a while, walks through chairs and shit?
I think there's already some here. There's already some out now. People know of some. There's already Neuralink's already have been worked on for a long time, dude. And there are people right now that are walking around that are completely just on an autopilot, and you have no idea.
Oh, okay. I don't
How would you
understand.
ever know?
How are you going to extract money from this? Isn't that the goal of all of your business? Is to
No, it's not. The point is not to extract money. It's just to fuck with dumb people.
Oh, okay. So you're
Okay?
just
We don't want it. We don't want anything from the. You can't do anything truly nefarious. No violence. Don't make them kill themselves. But we do want to make them do really weird, dumb shit.
so.
Potentially gay shit if that's also lines up to be funny.
What is the plan? You're gonna go on 4chan and troll the libs or something? Like, what the fuck's the game plan?
I don't know. Do like spoonhead movement to like represent the chip being in the head, and then like tape a spoon to your hat, and then go walk around downtown and see how many people I can get to do shit like that. You know, it's kind of just a fun.
Okay,
just
so
for fun.
so we start a cult, and then we
Make a website, everything. Make a Discord. Make a bunch of different online places, and we just start tweeting about it. We get other people to tweet about it. We create fake accounts and we tweet about it, and we talk about it. We create a whole bunch of fake people that are already in the cult online, and then, we spread that through their online social media presence or whatever, and we get other people that are maybe interested. We find the vulnerable people on the conspiracy sites. You go to
Yeah.
QAnon, you find the vulnerable people, and you
Okay.
start telling people about this word that we need to just wait for Elon to finish. But Elon is the savior. He is the one that is going to take us out of here. He's the one. It's meant to be him.
And then we'll have like a some sort
Everybody
of test.
needs to buy a Tesla.
No, we got a test
What?
that you can do when you join the cult to prove that you are not an NPC already, and that'll be like a
Yes.
like a theta test in the Scientology. You'll hold on to some rods and stuff, and we'll have some guy that'll run you through the gauntlet and see if you can pass all the tests. And it's basically just an IQ test to see if you're dumb enough to get into the cult.
It's exactly that. You can basically just run it as you can do a paid ad on Facebook a couple times, just blast it out there and just have it say, "Are you an NPC?" Question mark.
Oh,
People are going to look at that and click on it. You're going to get all kinds of results.
get a
You already know
BuzzFeed
they're
quiz?
dumb enough if they answer to it, but then look, depending on the answers, you still have to find people that are dumber than the normal dumb Facebook goer, which will just click on that shit and answer questions. I mean, there's plenty of those people. You need to find the person that's answering them honestly.
And you know what? I figured out how to extract money from it, to divest it, if you will. We get tax breaks from the government and donations. We're gonna want people to donate. We're gonna donate a lot. You're just
Dude, no! You're making this illegal, dude. Okay.
Nope, it's not
You're making
illegal.
this a thing.
Telling you
now
that's
you're making this a whole
completely
thing
illegal.
now. Now
We get donations, and you're gonna want all of those things could have been tampered with by the NPC. So you're not gonna want all of your possessions. You're gonna want to get rid of it and funnel your money into the church. Also, we're gonna want to become a religion. Because that's where all of this opens up, and we don't have to pay any taxes.
No.
We
We say that we have access to a premium experience. We got to offer them premium.
premium
We have to
always
give them
works.
premium stuff. Yeah, we can sell them different colored shirts. Like, oh no, purple shirts. That's actually a rare item. You have to pay an extra. We have like a cash system where they have to buy like simulation coins.
Yeah,
Elon's.
they just buy things, and we just send them a crate of garbage, and it'll be like, oh, that's sorry, you just got a rare crate. That's not a good one. When you get a legendary crate and you open it, that's when the good stuff will be in there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. We could just have like a random thing generator that we never give them anything good. Like, oh, that's actually gonna be 60 more Elons. If you want to try again, though, you can get that for 30. You just get it right now. You can buy now for 30 Elons. Oh wait, you need more Elons? 99 Elons only cost $29.99 American dollars.
All right, so and we're gonna.
Would you like to buy 99 more Elons?
Oh.
Oh wait, hang on. You need 100 Elons to purchase this product. Would you like to buy 99 more Elons on top of the 99 you just bought? No, everything actually costs 100 Elons.
I like it.
Premium 101.
So I would say we can't present it as a cult. That's going to be an issue to people. So I don't know, like a club.
No, that's the thing. You present it as a cult. That's how you get the people that are dumb enough to put a spoon on their hat and walk around downtown
I think even cults.
in a cha-cha line.
I think even actual cults don't present themselves as cults. The ballsy.
No,
move.
we're gonna make it to like a thing where you pour hot coffee in your head
Okay. Well. All right. Well.
and see how long you can take it.
Okay. Well, I'm back recording now. So, I guess me and Christian
Whoa.
are gonna start a cult. If you
No,
wanna
whoa, dude, no. There's gonna be a thing. You'll see it out there. It's probably gonna pop up soon. I heard about it online. It was something about like simulationists, what is it, like Father Elon or something like that? Everybody's hooked on Elon, and they all think that he's gonna wake people up from the simulation or something like that. Is what I read. Something about a chip, Neuralink.
You read it? Where'd you
Whatever
read
that
it?
is. I read it online somewhere. It just popped up. It's like
Huffington
Facebook
Post
or
or
something. I actually read it. I think I was browsing truck nuts for hats, just looking and seeing what different people were saying about it. I typed it into Google, like everybody should type it into Google a bunch of times and just have that pop up. Just get that going in the whatever it's called, the algorithms. But yeah, I was just browsing through and it happened to pop up in my suggested ads.
Oh, so yeah. Have you signed up for this exclusive club?
Oh yeah, I'm in it.
You're in it? Oh, well, I think I want to sign up too.
Yeah, it was weird, dude. Whenever I like click sign up, I was already in it. That's the weird thing, because it's like, yeah, we already knew you were gonna be here. Of course, we're all destined to be here. And then I was like, oh shit, dude, they're right. And then they were like, yeah, welcome, Christian. And I was like, holy shit,
you're not selling this very
well. It was
well.
wild, dude.
I don't think I want to be in it. I don't think I want to be a part of your club. Club sounds dumb.
No, it was like I filled out this whole thing on Facebook, and then somehow they knew all this information about me when I went to the website. It was really weird, dude. It was like I filled out all these forms, and then I went on the website, and it was like just telling me all this stuff. Like it told me like what my mother's maiden name was and shit. It's weird.
Oh, that's so weird. Sometimes I have that too when I go to some websites that I frequent often, and it automatically has my information in there and stuff. It's super weird.
Yeah.
But I have a controversial topic I wanted to bring up to you. I do have a big swinging dick, but he does not he does not reside in Canada.
Leave that. Let me cut that out.
It's not.
I do have a big swinging dick.
Yeah, I do have one, but he's
just a nice Canadian big swinging dick line, dude. I can't wait. Throw that around in the Discord.
Yeah, well, use that as you will. But I have a Canadian dick, but it's a stop it. Stop making me fucking.
I've got a
Canadian dick. I'm telling you, it's
very polite.
Oh.
It's the big swinging American dick of the week.
So,
but from Canada.
Thanks for the new stinger. I found this guy. He got arrested for driving down a highway that's pretty fucking close to me. Like it's right around me, probably like 20 minutes away. He was going 309 kilometers an hour, and I feel like that's not even fucking humanly possible.
Translate that.
I wish I could. Nobody knows. Nobody can figure that out. Like, what is 300 kilometers in miles per hour? Because I'm thinking,
nobody can figure that out. I'm pretty sure you just type it into Google in 2 seconds.
It's literally impossible. There is no we haven't figured out a way to convert it, but it's real fucking fast. It's like I did it. It's 186.
What was he driving?
Honda Civic.
Civic?
I want to say it was a Civic. I got it right here.
Like tuned out or what, dude? How?
It's looks like it's pretty souped up, I guess. Oh no, it wasn't Mercedes. It wasn't Mercedes. My bad. But it doesn't. It's not like a fucking. What is it? It's a. I don't know. I can't even see it. I can't see it in there. But
those things can go. Some of those have like fucking 10-cylinder engines in it and shit.
Fucking, it's 308. That's what it was. 308 miles or kilometers an hour, and 191 miles an hour is what they're saying. So,
god damn, that's like track speeds, dude.
That's fucking insane. With traffic on the highway, it's not like it was like an open fucking autobahn.
How old was he?
He was 19.
Damn, dude, this kid's like gonna be Jason Statham or something.
Fucking 19-year-old. He got he could.
This kid's awesome.
Could face 10 years in jail, but he's getting like a $10,000 fine at the very least.
They should just make him smoke 10 poppers.
In Canada, that might be fucking awesome. But
you got to pop the whole pack, kid.
How is there not some sort of footage of that? I guess when you're going like fucking, I don't know, like less than 100 on the highway, and then you see some guy blow by you at 308. It's pretty hard to get that on footage. It's just like, boom, what the fuck was that? He's swerving in
Oh,
and out of
shit, yeah.
lanes. Like there can't possibly be like an open lane that you could just do that. This is a busy fucking highway. It's like right outside of Toronto, so like it's not open lanes. It's pretty busy fucking highway.
No, this kid's just a legit fucking badass, dude.
Yeah.
I think you should reward him and be like, all right, listen, don't do that again, but it was pretty awesome.
Like get him on the
Not gonna
force.
lie.
Do like what like Bill Gates does
Yeah,
when they
nobody
find a
died.
hacker. You pay him to get on the. You be the getaway driver when we need to get places quick. Get that guy.
So what Bill Gates does, he hires hackers.
Yeah, like there's a guy who like broke into the some sort of government agency, and then he hired him to help him make some sort of shitty version of Windows. I think that's what brought us Windows Vista.
What happens, dude, is anytime somebody breaks into government files and uncovers fucking shit from Epstein Island, pedophile island shit, then Bill Gates has to go and hurry up and buy them out really quick, and he gives them a job at their company and just pays them like millions of dollars a fucking week to shut the fuck up. And he's
Yeah.
like, nope, you work for me now, and I'll pay you a retarded amount of money. You never have to worry about anything again. But we're gonna need everything that you just found on that computer, please.
Yeah, I feel
Oh,
like
and on the plane ride to your house, a 15-year-old boy walks out with his dick out, and we take pictures of you, and then we hold that and say if you say anything about it, we're gonna show everybody in your family.
Bill Gates seems like
Hey, you
one
fuck
of
little boys. Have fun.
the. I feel like there's a file somewhere on Bill Gates that has all these horrible things that he does because he just comes off as this just like pleasant, wholesome Mr. Rogers kind of guy, and I don't buy it. I believe he was a shareholder in Epstein Island, but he was able to get his name blacklisted because he has so much money. That's what we're working with.
I mean, the McAfee guy gets shit on. I mean, all these people are crazy, dude. There's no reason that you go and do all that if you're not kind of crazy. You just don't give that much of a shit about everything.
What? Just make
You know what I mean?
Windows?
Like once it got to like billions of dollars, I'd be like, yeah, man, like I don't want to deal with billions of dollars shit. You know what I mean? Just give me enough money where I don't got to worry about doing anything in life, and it's like I'm just gonna enjoy myself. Like $300 million, you're like, dude, that's a wrap. Like, what the fuck would you need to do if you had $300 million? Like, that's it. Why do anything else that you didn't just fucking want to do for fun?
I know.
But like these
right?
dudes gotta like, I gotta make million. No, I need to get it to 5 billion. It's like whoever's doing that, man, something's wrong with you. Like,
I guess that's the only way to keep it going. Eventually, you would run it, like you would bleed it dry somehow because of the. You got to think of the expenses that these guys have. They're financing businesses. Like the monthly bill that comes into Bill Gates' house is
that's
crazy.
the point where it gets like, I got my business, Windows. It's awesome. Leave it at that.
No.
Don't
do
get my hands in all this other bullshit because now it's like you just create all these problems, dude, all these potential problems, and now you're like, oh, no, I'm investing in fucking vaccines. Let me invest in this shit. It's like, dude, just fuck off, man. You got Windows money. Windows sucks anyways. You can't even do that right. Just stop. I mean, for real, like you're done, dude. You won. Go fucking play golf, bro. Go fucking travel around. Go, you know what I mean? Fucking whatever. Give a goddamn ham sandwich to a Ugandan kid, or whatever makes you feel good. But fuck off.
It proves that they don't actually work. Like somebody that's that rich doesn't actually work because they never retire. Like they don't retire. That means that you're never actually working because if you're actually working for like 60 years or fucking 50 years on some sort of project, at a certain point you go, you know what, I'm just going to take it easy for the last 10 years of my life or last 5 years of my life or whatever. They just never retire. They die at their desk and like Windows 37 will be fucking on Bill Gates' computer when he dies.
Yeah, dude, it doesn't really make sense. Like, I don't know why this made me think of this, but I was just talking to my buddy the other day, and we were talking about how some video games, like, how you'll, like, the whole point of the game is to like build your shit or to level up your guy to make him super awesome, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, you know, create the best place and then deck it out with whatever fucking way you want it to look. And then it's like, you do all that, and you're like, all right, my guy's awesome. He's the best he could ever be. I worked so hard to get him here. All right, my place is the shit. I spent fucking hours decorating it, making it look dope. All right, done with this game, and you just quit.
It's true.
Isn't that weird?
You make it to like the pinnacle, like in the old Grand Theft Auto days. Not now because it's kind of changed, but it like the old Grand Theft Auto days. You would make this empire. You would like own the entire continent of North America, and you have helicopters and an army at your disposal, and you go, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, dude, it's so weird. Like I was thinking about like how does it relate to life? Like I wonder if that'll ever happen in life. If you're just like, you know what, fuck this.
Like
I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, you've completed all the achievements of life, and you're like, yeah, okay, I did. There's nothing more. Nope, that's the thing. you get more dreams. That's what it'll always be. You'll always, it doesn't matter if you accomplish every single dream you have right now, tomorrow you'll have more.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like even with the achievements, I understand that more, but like with the leveling up and the building shit, it's like the end of the game is when you reach the most badass point is when the game ends. It's like, oh, I just unlocked the coolest move. Like I get to use it for 30 minutes, and then you're like, all right, that's it, dude. Go play something else now.
Dude,
It's just a weird fucking, I don't know. It's a weird mentality. I do this shit every time.
That probably hits home to some billionaire that will never hear this, but that's probably like, you don't understand how real that is, man. Like you make it to the top and it's just like, I got nothing to do now. Like what do I do? I can only go down.
I gotta start thinking about stuff like this with truck nuts going the way it is. Truck nuts for hats.
I know you're skyrocketing right now, and it's only inevitable that it's gonna come crashing down. So I would be prepared for that.
Yeah, the nuts giveth, the nuts taketh away. That's what they say.
When the nut bubble bursts, it's gonna be nasty.
When the nut busts, it does get nasty. That's what they say. That is exactly what they say, actually.
That's like Wall Street terms right there. We're talking bears and bulls and nut busts.
And nut busts. You ever been whitewater rafting?
Yes, actually.
Do you like it?
No, not really. It was all right.
It fucking sucks, right?
I kept fucking falling out and then smashing my leg on rocks and then not really realizing the damage that I'd done until I got back into the boat. And then you're like, holy fuck, like I've obliterated my leg. It's like
nice, dude. Yeah. I have a theory that anytime there's overpopulation of too many middle-aged 20-year-old white kids, not middle-aged, but mid-20s-year-old white kids, God just flips a switch and a whitewater rafting raft just flips over somewhere in the river. It just takes out like 8 of them. So, it's such a dumb thing, dude. I hate it.
Oh my
Every
God.
time I've been so many times in my life, and I've used up all the 9 lives, and every time somebody asks me to go, I'm like, dude, I literally can't. I did like 8, and I didn't die. Something bad's gonna happen. There's just no way something bad's not gonna happen.
There's two groups of friends that would want me to do that. I had the ones that want to go whitewater rafting, like legitimately, like in like a raft and stuff. And then there's the ones who basically just want to do an extended lazy river with a beer thing floating, like a cooler floating behind them, so they could just crack beers all after it. And I'm like, that just sounds like I'm pissing in a pond for 8 hours, because that's pretty much all we're doing. We're just sitting there drinking and pissing on ourselves.
Well, I mean, it's not too many times you get to do that, so it is pretty cool. But I mean, whatever.
But I would like a middle ground, one where I'm not gonna go over a waterfall and die, and one where I'm not just sitting there and like I feel like I have to paddle.
I was my best friend was getting married, and he wanted us to go whitewater rafting as like a lead up thing, or like after, while the whole wedding thing was going on, we were all in town. We had to go to New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to do that. He wanted to like summit a mountain and like some other fucking mountain bike shit, and it was just like, for a second I was just like, "Are you trying to kill your wife? Like, what's going on right now, bro?" It was like he's just gonna push her out at any of these things, or just a thing you could just one push kill a person and nobody really could say anything about it.
Oh my God, that's so smart. You go and you just emphasize how much you want to do like a decathlon before you're and everyone knows that that's your dream. And that then when you go and do this and your wife's heart gives out because you guys have just been sitting on the couch for the last like 8 years, that's a perfect out. That's exactly what you got to do.
Or just like the whitewater rafting, just going, you're in some crazy rapid, and you just kind of kick your foot up and just kind of whoopsies.
Oh.
And you're like, oh shit, where's whatever?
This was our dream. We didn't get to achieve it.
Rebecca. Oops. Guys, that's so crazy, right? It's so crazy that happened.
She wouldn't want to have got married if we couldn't accomplish our dream of whitewater rafting for 24 hours straight.
That's what I always wanted to do. Hey, our honeymoon, we're just going to go whitewater rafting for 24 hours. Now we found a place. It's just a building that creates whitewater rafting. You just can just keep going.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be romantic if we just floated out to sea? That'd be cool, right?
I pictured us just maybe going, like just a deserted island, me and you.
Yeah, those are some red flags.
Yeah, dude. You just want to rent a boat and maybe go deep in like cave. You want to go cave diving, babe?
The guy who's suggesting that wants you to die. Just know that. The guy who's taking you to Bermuda to go fucking diving in some cave, yeah, you're gonna die. If you don't, it was,
never
an
ends well, dude.
it was an accident if you came back, just so you know.
Dude, cave diving, taking someone cave diving is the best way to kill somebody. Hands down.
Absolutely. For sure, especially in a foreign country.
Just get them comfortable enough to cave dive, and I mean, there's literally 0% chance anybody's gonna be able to tell what happened. All you gotta do is just like fucking bang their head off a rock
I know.
and say they fucking banged their head off a rock.
I know. Or you just go down. Like, if you just went down really deep and just punctured whatever oxygen tank you're using, and you'd be like, oops. I don't know. How are you going to explain that? Be like, oh, she just slammed into a rock. Boom. It's over.
You're just holding the thing out. You're holding the thing out and just like moving farther away. Like, oh no, I don't know why I'm floating backwards. Oh no.
Yeah, I think the moral of the story is don't marry either of us. 'Cause you will die. You'll die. It's going to happen.
Maybe Ryan. That's what poppers do to you. You smoke poppers and then it's just all downhill from there. Next thing you know, you're fucking Jack the Ripper.
Mm-mm.
Jack the Ripper, eh?
Jack the Ripper was already English. You already had a fucking colonized country to fucking go after, but you chose Canadian Jack the Ripper, who's just polite and just tips prostitutes.
Canadian Jack the Ripper's probably a thing, dude. Look, I bet you it is.
No, it's not.
Money. I think Canadian. Oh my god, dude, I guarantee you it
bet
is.
a fucking,
Jack the Ripper.
There's no Canadian Jack the Ripper. It's
The Evil Deeds of Dr. Cream.
that's like a fucking book. It's a shitty Dean Koontz book. It's not even Stephen King. You're shit.
It's not a Dean Koontz book.
I'm sure it is. It's not. It's
There
not.
we go.
I don't.
Canada's Jack the Ripper. Victoria was no stranger to clay, but this is a new and horrifying kind of murder. Where does it say here?
Bullshit.
Look it up, dude.
No, because I don't buy it. How about you do a fucking deep dive on this
I gotta
guy?
read through this whole thing here, dude.
You give
Well,
me
the Portland on a mission to find Canada's Jack the Ripper.
perfect. You go on that mission, and you come back next week with a full 5-page report on the Canadian Jack the Ripper. I want to know everything about him. I want to know his mom. I want to know how he grew up. I want to know his siblings. I want to know everything.
That's not a thing.
It is a thing, and you're gonna do it because I don't care right now, and I don't want to listen to you fucking scroll through this guy's Wikipedia page. It's shit.
Oh no, dude, I got it. I got the articles here.
He is
dude.
not
I've
Jack
gotten
the
to the
Ripper.
bottom of this.
Fuck you. This is
Gotten to the bottom of this, dude.
no, you
It
haven't.
says Toronto investigation in connection with the murder of Miss Rachel Ferguson last Friday night discloses the fact that burp was in there, by the way. I don't know how they wrote that in, but the fact that the motive was not a robbery and that the crime was in all probability the work of a man with the same character as Jack the Ripper. Within an hour before the murder, 2 other young girls were chased and a third knocked down by the same man in the vicinity. This all took place in Canada.
That's not Jack the Ripper.
Toronto.
A guy who killed
It's Canadian Jack the Ripper. I told you it's a different guy.
No, I get that.
There's two
but
things. There's Jack
no.
the Ripper and there's Canadian Jack the Ripper. I was just making a reference to Canadian Jack the Ripper.
One guy who kills one prostitute is not a Jack the Ripper from any continent.
He tried to kill 2 others.
I don't care how many he tried to. If I tried to kill 40 fucking prostitutes and didn't succeed, I am not Jack the Ripper.
No, the murderer's still at large, dude. He got more.
He got one that we know of.
He's still at large.
Cool.
They never caught him.
So he's until he has like 5. If he gets 5, I'll give it to you. But if he gets
The skull was terribly smashed.
okay, so every guy who had a wild weekend in Vegas and killed a prostitute is a Vegas Jack the Ripper then.
No, because it's not in the article where it says Vegas Jack the Ripper. Canadian Jack the Ripper is the thing that you said didn't exist, which I typed into the internet, and guess what came up? A Canadian Jack the Ripper in Toronto,
Nope, but he is not.
Ontario, which is, don't you live in Ontario, dude?
I do, but if I killed a prostitute,
Maybe it was fucking you.
if I kill a prostitute in Toronto, I'm not a Jack the Ripper character. I'm not any type of Jack the Ripper.
Sorry, yeah, I was all whacked out on poppers last night, and I ended up smashing a lady's head out behind a Tim Hortons.
That's happened.
Oh wow!
Oh
wow!
I guarantee that scenario happened, but he is not Jack the Ripper. He is not considered Jack the Ripper. He's not Jack the Ripper-esque. That's it.
Oh nah, buddy. Last time I had 3 poppers, I murdered a lady, eh? I only stick to 2 now. 2 poppers for me, bud.
All right, okay, we gotta fucking wrap this up. How do you want to end
Hey there,
it?
fella.
End the fucking podcast, Christian.
Listen up, class. Hey, boys and girls. I just wanted to come and talk to you guys about poppers one day and how I murdered a young woman outside of a Tim Hortons.
Welcome to America. Welcome to an American. Welcome to an American. Welcome to